Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to look at the upcoming multi-severe weather threat that's going to run through Wednesday through Thursday. But before I can get into this video, I would ask you to subscribe if you do like daily weather forecasts, and make sure to share this video with any friends or family. But anyways, let's get right into this forecast. So right now we're looking at the Storm Prediction Center Day 2 categorical outlook. So this is for tomorrow. They have issued a slight risk for severe weather, which is in the yellow. That is where most of the severe weather is expected for tomorrow. This will be a bit shifted tomorrow, so I might give an update on that. And then you've got the marginal risk, which is in the darker green colors. This is where you're expecting isolated severe storms for tomorrow. Also, another marginal risk down here for parts of the Mississippi and Louisiana area. This is where you're expecting isolated thunderstorms. And then you've got the general thunderstorm risk, which is in the lighter green colors. This is where you're expecting no severe storms are expected for the light green areas, but you do have a general thunderstorm risk for tomorrow. Of course, not all of these areas are going to get severe storms, just certain areas where these storms are going to develop. So just reminding you of that. We can look at the tornado risk right here. And there is a 2% risk of tornadoes in this green area. These are where so far 1 or 2 tornadoes are expected. Not any long tracked or severe tornadoes, but they could be some isolated tornadoes in there. I do think they are going to upgrade this to 5% tomorrow, but we'll see about that for tomorrow's risk. But for hail risk, they have issued a 15% chance of hail in that area, up to about apple-sized hail, I believe, in that yellow area. Also, more isolated risk of hail in those greener areas around that yellow area. Also, some more green areas of some isolated hail, up to golf ball in those green areas, and up to apple in those yellow areas. So make sure to keep an eye on those. Let's shelter those cars. Put any cars in your garage if you have any space, or put them under something so hail doesn't damage them. Also, for wind, you have 15% chance of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and up in that yellow area. Also, a 5% chance risk of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and up in that green area. Also, another green area for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and up in that other green area by the Mississippi area. Now we're going to look at the Thursday's outlook, which is it's looking pretty bad for Thursday. Alright, so this is Thursday's outlook. There's already a slight risk, which is out, so I'm pretty concerned. There's also a significant risk for tornadoes this day, especially down here in this area. So tornado risk is I bet the tornado risk is gonna be pretty high. I've been looking at the models lately, and it's looking pretty bad if the models stay this way. So you got a slight risk, which is in the yellow for that area right there. Also a marginal risk around that, which are isolated. Then severe storms are expected in there. Also your general thunderstorm risk area in the light green color. And also another general thunderstorm risk over here. So general thunderstorms are expected in the light green. In the darker green, isolated severe storms are expected. And in the yellow, we've got scattered severe storms right there. You can look at the probabilistic. We don't have the separate tornado risk, hail risk, and wind risk yet. You will get that tomorrow. But you've got a 15% chance risk of all those hazards of tornado, wind, and hail all mixed together in there. Also a greener risk, which is a 5% risk in that area for all of those hazards. Now we're going to look at the future radar for this severe weather. Alright, so now we're looking at the future radar for the severe weather. So this is kind of like a simulated future radar. It does pretty good sometimes it doesn't do very good, but this is my most trusted model here. So we go to about midnight, around midnight, you're going to see a little cluster of storms. This is for Tuesday, by the way, it's late night. You got a little cluster of storms that are developing in the Great Lakes region and the parts of southern Mississippi. This is going to head downward because the cold front is going to be around this area. So this is kind of the setup for Tuesday night. The cold front's, I believe the cold front's actually going to be just right on this, making it kind of strong. You've got a lot of available energy also in this area. Actually not most available energy that's developing off this is about in this type of area. So this won't last for very long. It's going to take all this available energy and then it's going to kind of dissipate in this type of area right there. Let's forward even more to about overnight hours. It's actually going to head over here to the Ohio area, and then you got these severe storms still going for the early morning hours, and then it's going to kind of dissipate since there's no more available energy down here in that area. So by the time it gets to here, it's just going to be heavy rain showers right over there. Sorry for that. There we go. And then we're going to late night Wednesday. You're starting to see some cells developing down here in parts of the Missouri area. And then that's going to blast forward down here. It's going to head in that direction. So set up for Wednesday night. Late Wednesday night. The cold front is going to be in that kind of area. It's so there's a lot of available energy. Let's scroll down a little bit here. So you've got a lot of available energy right down here in this area. There's a lot of energy for these storms to develop off of, and then you've got a strong cold front that's gonna go through here. It's gonna make those storms start to develop, and there's a lot of daytime heating that it could have a lot of daytime heating for this type of area. There's a lot of daytime heating, so it's gonna prompt those storms development, and then it's gonna just start to fire up. You see a high pressure right there that's even strengthening the storms there. And then look at that, that's in Kentucky now. You can't really see storms, but those are some very severe storms that we're looking at right now. So it's kind of like a cluster of a squall line type of storms there. It's kind of a weird setup, but at the same time, these are going to be some pretty severe storms. Then it's going to go into the area where there isn't any more energy, and then we're going in about time. And then about time-wise, we're going into Thursday, which actually another cold front's coming through about this area. And then that's gonna there's lots of energy for Thursday. We're actually gonna have to keep an eye on Thursday for actually possible moderate risk for severe weather. For about this area, they rarely issue it, but I'm guessing they're gonna issue a moderate for really the models are really starting to intensify with the available energy, and the dew points are in the 60s and 70s. Everything's coming together here for major severe weather outbreak for Thursday. This is kind of the area where we're talking about for Thursday. And you got a really good storm that's showing up on the model in southern Missouri, about the Springfield, Missouri area. That's gonna go. I can't go any more forward on the model, but that's gonna be the main concern for Thursday. For tomorrow, I will be given an updated model for this. But anyways, if you didn't enjoy this video, I would ask you to subscribe if you do like daily weather forecasts, and make sure to share this video with any friends or family. But anyways, stay safe.